Hey everyone. If you're new here, my name is Adrian. This is going to be another video on sweet potato slips and what that looks like as far as the different methods that you can take to grow them and which ones I feel are more effective. And also we'll be discussing frequently asked questions. So uh, before we do the questions, I just wanted to show you guys what we have so far here, as far as what we're doing with our slips and the sweet potatoes. So right here is a orange sweet potato, and I'm growing this one in water, as you can see here, and it's doing pretty good. I've actually already cut one of the slips off, and I've placed it into a jar with water. And here are also some Japanese yam slips here. And then over here, it's the same. This is another similar method in water, and this is a purple sweet potato. These slips are doing really well, and they actually need to be clipped and put in water. And then right here, I've got these are all Japanese sweet potatoes that I'm growing in this little container with soil. What I've noticed is that the soil method seems to be very effective as far as the amount or quantity of slips, but also I think that the water method is just as effective, especially with specific sweet potatoes. And when I say that, I'm talking about the purple. The purple sweet potatoes have just gone crazy, growing in the just regular water. I haven't noticed the same uh, speed, I guess, of growth with the orange or the Japanese yams. Japanese yams seem to be doing better in the soil, in my opinion. So before we before I get too sidetracked, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the question. So the first one is, how long does it take to grow slips? From what I've observed in my own experience, it takes about a month. Online it says 3 weeks. I would say a month minimum, you'll start seeing decent growth out of your sweet potato. It also depends on how aged the potato is. So if you have one that's been sitting in your cabinet for a while, that one's going to be sprouting or, making slips a lot quicker than like a fresh sweet potato at the market. And then the next question here is, should I grow slips in water or soil? I would say do both. That's what I've been doing, and it seems to be pretty effective as far as just, growing slips and making sure I have them in time for the planting season and everything, which is four weeks after the last frost. In that's fall, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, so and then the third question here is, how long do slips need to be before cutting? That, I mean, I'd say no shorter than 5 inches, but they don't have to be that short. I mean, you can go longer. I think they're fine if at 5 inches you can go ahead and cut them, and you can put them in your water and start rooting them. The next one is, how long does it take to root sweet potatoes slips? I've seen mine start rooting in like two to 3 days. It's pretty fast. And then the next or the last question is, how long do slips or how long should the slip roots be before planting? They should be at least 2 to 3 inches. But I think, like, okay, I'll just say this: I've heard people say that they just cut them right off the sweet potato and they'll put them right in the ground and they grow. So I'm not gonna say that there's only one way to do that, but from what I've done and what I've found to be effective, I let them get to about 2 to 3 inches long, the roots. So let me show you, give you an example here. So right here, this is actually a really good example. So this is a Japanese sweet potato slip, and it's already got these that have, I mean, these are like 4 inches, 4.5 inches long. So this is definitely ready to be put in the ground. And I'll be planting them this weekend. And so, let me show you here. So we got some slips that are growing here, and I'm just going to measure and show you. So this one right here is right at a little bit, about 7 inches, so it's perfect. We can go ahead and cut that one off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down at the very bottom. And what I like to do is take off these extra leaves at the bottom. They're not necessary, just to give more room for the roots to come in. And you can do like 2.5 inches of space here for roots to grow, or you can do more. You could even cut that one off if you wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it. And then as far as the water in your jar, I fill it about a quarter full of water, and then just put it in there, just like that, and let it sit. And these jars we have been reusing from, or repurposing them. We get them at Aldi, and we buy their sauerkraut. This is what the lids look like on them. It's like a plaid looking lid, but they're perfect because they have lots of space, and you can put 4, 5, 6 of the slips in there at a time. I think I've pretty much covered everything I was going to discuss. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section and we can chat with you there. But super easy, guys. You can do this. I mean, this is my second year doing it now. We did just Japanese yams or sweet potatoes last year, and we had a great harvest. And actually, I will put the link up here in the video so that you can check that out. And that's about it, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate the continued support. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash the like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.